All right. Welcome everybody to Club Helsinki Open Mic. Hey, Ryder.
Hi, Cameron.
How are you doing?
All right, I'm here with Dandy,
Yes, you are.
uh, our spirit animal for tonight. She's standing in for Hazel, who's still taking it easy in the pandemic, like so many people are, and animals.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to welcome everybody. My name is Cameron. I'm the host of Club Helsinki Virtual Open Mic. This is my co-host Ryder Cooley and her pal Dandy. And we got a great show tonight. We got videos from all over the country, and maybe even all over the world tonight, but definitely all over the country. And
We got Hieronymus in the house.
Hieronymus in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shadow Boy is not here with me tonight. He's on a play date.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Good to hear.
Sure he is too. All right, so we're going to start off tonight with a couple of bids. The first one is a new submitter, Phil Parquet, I believe is the pronunciation of his name. He's from LaGrangeville, New York. He's been a musician for 50 years, working musician, played cruise ships, and he's got a great Sinatra sound. He's going to be doing a Sinatra song for us tonight. And then we also have the great Bill Miller. Bill Miller is a fabulous American Indian sacred flautist. And he's quite well known. I guess he's won Grammys and Academy Award, I believe, for some of his stuff in the movies. And beautiful guitar and singer-songwriter and flautist. And I think actually on this song it's a guitar and vocal that he's doing. So we're going to kick off tonight with Phil Parquet and Bill Miller.
Someday, when I'm awfully low and the world is cold, I will feel the glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. Yes, you're lovely, with your smile so warm and your cheeks so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you and the way you look tonight. With each word, your tenderness grows, tearing my fear apart. And that laugh that twinkles your nose touches my foolish heart. Lovely, never ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight. keep that restless child. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight. Just the way you look tonight.
Dark river, black skies, change is coming, don't cry. Talk with angels, walk with men, and seek your visions till the end. Dreams turn into prophecy, so cry for mercy on your knees. Dark river, black sky, a change is coming, don't cry. Dark river, black sky. Dark river, black sky. Change is coming, don't cry.
Beautiful, beautiful guitar and vocals, Bill Miller. And thank you, Phil, for that Sinatra tune.
Yep, beautiful, thanks. A great start to the evening. Up next, we have Ray Davis, and he's a singer-songwriter from Los Angeles. He's into high vibe music and arts, and his songs speak to personal challenge, transformation, and reflection, common issues, powerful soul medicine for those who are sick and tired of mediocrity and the status quo, which we know a lot of our viewers are. So we're looking forward to Ray Davis and on the trumpet. And then after that, we have some fabulous ukulele Hawaiian music. It's a simple island contemporary feel with an R&B pop spice to it. And this is David Awai from Maui.
All right.
Play the trumpet, he can sing, he can write, he can compose, he can arrange. I'm talking about Ray Davis. Naila Porter is joining him, Arne Batson, and Ray Rodney.
Good morning. This song is called Compassion. I hope you dig it. came by for tea one afternoon. She cried and cried so much that soon tea was tepid and forgotten. The fear said, this time I think he's gone for good. So in my mind I'm wondering, should I say this or that or not? And suddenly the silence was right when everything was quiet. I knew what was needed, just a love and compassion. Up on the second ring, he mumbled before confessing he was totally besotted. The fear moaned, he's only toying with my heart. So now I'm wondering how to start to unstop a mind that's clotted. Then in the silence, right when everything was quiet, I knew what was needed, just love and compassion. Fear, binding, blinding fear. Fear no longer speaks to me. Oh no, 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 no. It's a love right now and here that clearly colors all I see. I see you now. I see true now. All is well. I forgot to mail the check today. Tomorrow someone's rightful pay will not be in their possession. Sometimes I feel like such a simple-minded fool. Maybe I should go back to school to pursue some safe profession. But in the silence, right here where everything is quiet, I know what is needed, just love and compassion. Just a love and compassion, compassion. It's just love and compassion. Hey, compassion. Oh, love and compassion. Oh, 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 oh.
That's Ray Davis. Naila.
Everyone's feeling pretty.
hotter than the 4th of July. Though the world is filled with problems, we couldn't have them even if we tried. Whoa. From the Pakulaki rhythms, Bob Marley talks from the books. Oh, tonight there will be a party at the corner, and we've just begun. But I didn't know you. Oh, oh, oh. Bitch, I'm until the break of dawn. Yeah. And nobody ever told me that you. Oh, oh, yeah. Bitch, I'm until the break of dawn. You ask me, am I happy? Well, as a matter of fact, as you can see that I'm ecstatic, 'cause we all just made a pact. We've agreed to come together and join as children in Jah. When you're cruising in a positive, your destination is the promised land. But I didn't know you. Oh, oh, oh. Bitch, I'm gonna be the break of dawn. Yeah. And nobody ever told me that you. Oh, oh, oh. Bitch, I'm gonna be the break of dawn. You don't know what you get when you feel in your body, sit when you feel in your body jamming. Yeah. You don't know what you feel when you feel in your body, sit when you feel in your body jamming. You ask me, am I fighting? But my answer today is to let our worries, we're like the breeze who our fingers slip away. This has come to Zimbabwe, and third world's right on the one. Well, tonight there will be a party at the corner, and we've just begun. But I didn't know you. Oh, oh, oh. Bitch, I'm gonna be the break of dawn. Yeah. And nobody ever told me that you. No, no, no. Bitch, I'm gonna be the break of dawn. Whoa. You don't know what you're feeling when you feel in your body, say it. When you feel in your body jamming. Oh, since you don't know what you feel when you feel in your body, say when you feel in your body jamming.
DamianY.com. Big mahalo for checking us out.
All right. Great sounds coming from everywhere.
Yes. Thank
Really.
you so much to everybody who submitted from all over the country and the world.
Yeah, we got great sounds coming from Hawaii, and before that from LA. Wonderful. Yeah, so please submit, folks. Let us know what you got, where you are, what you're doing, and if you go to clubhelsinki.live and you scroll down a little bit, you'll see the submit link, and it'll bring you to a job form page, and you put in your link to your video and your info, and that's how it works. So please do it.
And the deadline is Mondays at noon.
Mondays
for-
to noon, East
For
Coast.
Tuesday. East Coast time.
It's East Coast of the United States. Just to
East
be
Coast, United States, New York time. We also have chats. You can send us a message. You can send it on YouTube, or you can send it on our Facebook. So we've heard from Nia. Thank you for watching, Nia, and for sending so many great musicians our way. Dash, one of the musicians, you're going to hear him coming up. Jane Schaefer, every week she's here. Thanks, Jane. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, hello to Will.
Alana, we're gonna see her a brilliant video later. And Gil, Hi, Gil. We miss you.
Gil, that's our Israeli blues man coming to us.
Exactly. Yeah. So really fun chats here. Send us a message. We love to hear from you.
Yeah, people love that Frank Sinatra cover too, and yeah, that was different. Thank you for that.
Mhm.
All right, so coming up next, this is a submission from Philip Brooks. Philip's been submitting the last few weeks. He has recorded an album, the proceeds of which are going to benefit Kulak's Woodshed, which is a great venue. It's a webcasting venue in North Hollywood, California. And Philip is raising money for Kulak's Woodshed. He also has another charity, which is the Homeless Garden Project in Santa Cruz, California. You can find his album at philipmichaelbrooks.bandcamp. And if you purchase it, the proceeds will go to one or both of those charities. So this is Philip Brooks coming to us from Kulak's Woodshed in North Hollywood, California.
I feel it again. Gonna make the great escape in this godforsaken state. A life without a trace. There's a great escape. For a better place. I wanna get far away, but I never leave this space. It's like living in a maze, a life without a trace. There's a great escape. How long do I have to wait? Cold steel rain, memories stain, laughter, break these chains. I can't wait for the day, spread my wings and fly away. Might be leaving for LA, or my hop to Santa Fe. I might jump the Golden Gate. God, I need a great escape. There's a great escape. From the human race. Thank you very much.
Very nice.
Thank you. We've got a few more chats. Let's see here. We heard from Joe Rotowski. You're going to see his performance later in the show. Good to hear from you, Joe. Wayne Sheridan says, welcome back. Thanks, Wayne. I was gone last week, so I'm happy to be back here. And Rick Warren is watching. We're going to hear from him at the end of the show. So yeah, thanks to everybody who's sending us chats. You can do so on Facebook or on YouTube. So our next video is by Alana Meredith. It's The Physician by Cole Porter from the 1933 musical comedy Nymph Errant. Ooh, sounds mysterious. In this song, a woman reveals a romance with her hot doctor. Nice. Okay, a romance that was clearly one-sided. That sounds thrilling. And then we have Lady Coco and her fabulous band, Rhythm and Black. They're performing in LA at Limart Park, and it's a live performance. And they play their own unique flavor of jazz. They have some covers, they have some originals, and she's brought to you from WETPR of Beverly Hills, California.
Wonderful. All right.
Once I loved such a shattering physician, quite the best looking doctor in the state. He looked after my physical condition, and his bedside manner was great. When I'd gaze up and see him there above me, looking less like a doctor than a Turk, I was tempted to whisper, do you love me, or do you merely love your work? He said my bronchial tubes were entrancing, my epiglottis filled him with glee. He simply loved my larynx and went wild about my pharynx, but he never said he loved me. He said my epidermis was darling and found my blood as blue as can be. He went through one ecstatics when I showed him my lymphatics, but he never said he loved me. And oh, no doubt, it was not very smart of me. I kept on rocking my soul to figure out why he loved every part of me and yet not me as a whole. By my esophagus he was ravish, enthusiastic, well, to a degree. He said 'twas just enormous, my appendix vermiformis, but he never said he loved me. Oh, he said he saw what was innermost about me, but it was the overall picture that seemed to elude him. He said my cerebellum was brilliant and my cerebrum far from NG. I know he thought a lot of my medulla oblongata, but he never said he loved me. He said my maxillaries were marvels and found my sternum stunning to see. He did a double hurdle when I shook my pelvic girdle, but he never said he to further his medical art. Yet he refused when he fixed up the rest of me to cure that ache in my heart. I know he found my pancreas perfect and my spleen as keen as can be. He said of all his sweeties, I the sweetest diabetes. But he never said he loved me.
Let's do this, buddy.
All right. Thank you so much to Lady Coco, coming to us from the legendary Barbara Morrison Performing Arts Center in Leimert Park, Los Angeles, and to Alana Meredith.
Yes, definitely. And we had some fun chats come in from Dash. He says he's not a doctor, but he'll play one for free.
All right, coming to
and we heard from Beth Ramsey. She's on fire. I'm not. They were both on fire, so I'm gonna just say that was for both of them. And Jason Roberts enjoyed the songs. So thank you for everybody chatting to us, and keep it coming.
Yeah, so coming up next, this is one of those sort of cosmic connections. Let me see. So people are familiar with Tim McDowell. He's done a lot of the photos that we've had in our Pandemic Journals segments over the time here. Tim's sister Deb is my partner, Club Helsinki, along with Mark Schaffler. Anyway, Tim worked for the great American director Robert Altman for I don't know, 20 some years as his executive secretary, and saw he was there for all of that amazing. This is linking two things together. So I lived in a town in Southern California, up in the high mountain valley, Tehachapi Valley. Tehachapi is a Native American word for the valley. And Tehachapi is an interesting little place. There was a band up there apparently, and I guess we ran in different circles. This was an American Indian band called Blue Mountain Tribe. They're an amazing band, and I guess the director Robert Altman was involved in the filming of this video, and it was directed by his son. It's just sort of cosmic. When I saw this video, it was like, well, there's Tehachapi, and anybody like our artist Gary Mazzola, who will be coming up shortly, is right outside his window. Some of the shots from this video, and it's a great video and a great song. And then after that, David is a busking machine. He plays a lot, and he sings a lot, and he's great. And so, without any further ado, from Tehachapi, California, the Blue Mountain Tribe, and my pal David Grossman from LA.
The land is sacred. These words are at the core of your being. The land is our mother. The rivers our blood. Take our land away and we die. That is, the Indian in us dies. Mary Bravebird, Lakota.
Pray for our planet. Something's going wrong. Pray for our planet. Something's going wrong. Coal mines compromise the stripping her skin. The killing of the nature is a terrible sin. Pray for our planet. Something's going wrong. Plagues and disease, violence everywhere. They're killing Mother Nature and nobody cares. Anger and hatred, all they want to do is fight. I pray to the Father in this sacred side. It's gonna be alright. Get some tobacco, grab your safe, paint your pony, paint your face, raise your feather at a sacred place. Mother Earth is dying, it's a damn disgrace.
pray together and tell the world no more hatred and no more lies. Your skin color, race, religion, other people's opinion will not divide us. Will not divide us.
That's my political song.
We missed it, David.
Well, it's good to be back. Maybe we'll do it more often.
Yeah,
I really miss my team here. Here's a relatively new song for you. It's called the Alphabet Drug Song. A is for Adderall, B is for Benzedrine, C is for codeine, D is for Dizipromine, E is for Effexor, F is for Flonase, G is for Guaifenesin, H is for Haldol, I is for Imitrex, J is for Jesus, K is for Clonopin, L is for Lorazepam, M is for Maalox, Motrin, and morphine, 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 morphine. N is for Nazarol, O is for Oxycontin, P is for Prozac, Q is for Quaaludes, R is for Risperdal, S is for Stelazine, T is for Trazodone, you need a prescription. V is for Viagra, W is for Wellbutrin, X is for Xanax, Y because we're fucked up. And C is for Zoe. Everybody. All right. I lied to you. That wasn't coming from David's couch, obviously. That was a pharmacological musical anthology brought to us by our friend David Shepard Grossman. And boy, what a bunch of drugs that was. Thank you, David, for that so much.
Okay, so next up we have Gary Mazzola. He is from Tehachapi, which a special place that Cameron mentioned earlier, and he has a song about his grandfather coming to America.
Beautiful.
And he's a singer-songwriter. And then after that, we have Dash. We've been getting a lot of chats from Dash, and so it's good to have him here in the virtual house. He's from Chicago. He's been to Club Helsinki with Tommy Stinson, and he's met, a bunch of the Helsinki crew, which is wonderful. He's English born, and he's got a great song for us. So let's roll it.
Grandpa was a mason, hardest worker you've ever seen. He came to America in 1919. The country was flowing rich with possibilities. In 1920, he filled his home with his family. America, America, you made a man of me. The promise of a better life taught me to be free. His third child was my mother. They arrived from Sicily, welcomed at Ellis Island by Lady Liberty. Blood, sweat, and tears to realize his dream. His youngest son left for the war, died on the beach in Normandy. America, America, well, we've given you our best. The promise of a better life is what brought us west. Caught up in the chaos, seeking refuge from the rain. The tired and poor huddled masses wait out the evil war game. Families seeking freedom, where open arms used to wait. Now they're met with fear, ignorance, mistrust, and hate. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and show the world your brotherhood from sea to shining sea. America, American, we are diversity. Let's show the world our brotherhood from sea to shining sea. From sea to shining sea. From sea to shining sea.
Hey, what's up? Club Helsinki. This is Dashdown in Chicago. Thank you so much for having me on. Hope you're all peaceful and safe and ignoring the fucking hype. Vote. This song's called 7 Generations. It's off a little EP I did earlier this year called Wish. And I want to dedicate it to Nia there in Hudson. I can see clearly now the time has come. Plenty here yet for everyone. Oh, why can't we just get along? Come together, do one good song. 'Cause it's a dusty road that gets you there. It's a mighty fine path that leads nowhere. Out on 66 in a blinding glare. Yes, it takes 7 generations to get somewhere. about maternity. Yeah, it's a long way down, far as the eye can see. Yeah, beaming it out, babe, to you and me. 'Cause it's a dusty road that leads nowhere. Yes, it's a mighty wide path that got you there. Out on 66 in a blinding glare. It could take 7 generations to get somewhere. It could take 7 generations to get somewhere. Yes, it takes 7 generations to get somewhere.
Hey, all right. Thank you to Dash in Chicago, hanging out with that Tommy Stinson at Club Helsinki. It must have been fun. Thank you to Gary Mazzola coming to us from Tehachapi. All right, coming up next, we have a little feature on a bona fide open mic hero, Ifatayo Cobbins. Ify's poetry has been featured on previous shows. He's a spoken word artist. We've had lots of great nights at the Helsinki open mic, accompanying Ify with music behind her spoken word. She's also a visual artist. She does paintings and visual arts. And this is a little study on Ify done by local filmmaker J.D. Urban, also a good friend of Club Helsinki's, wonderful photographer, man around town. And then after that, my partner Deb is going to introduce our pandemic journal segment for this week.
And before we go to that, just a few more chats coming in. We're hearing from Lady Coco. She's saying thank you to Nia. This was her last live concert before the lockdown. So yeah, that was a special night.
Wonderful.
She might not have known how special it was, but yeah. Okay. So, and then we have Alana really enjoyed Dash's song, and Jason Roberts is enjoying the show. So thank you so much to everybody who's chatting with us.
Yeah, and Lady Coco, we're very glad to be able to show that special night on our show tonight. Wonderful.
Home is like comfortable. It's like wanting and warm, you know? Like you want to snuggle up in your mommy's chest or whatever. It's like that's home. You just feel the warmth and the love. But that's how I feel home is. Love is like you care for somebody, you help somebody out. You know, you pick them up when they're down. I mean, simple, easy baby stuff. That's like you was taught that in kindergarten, and all of a sudden it seemed like people just forgot. I don't know, but that's what love is to me. Just to care for somebody, and not just to care for them really, not for just some money or whatever, some monetary benefit. You gotta love them for nothing. Love them for who they are, you know. Cause like when you grow up, I mean, everybody doesn't have the same thing that you have, and I feel that if you have that right love, you should share it, spread it the right way, you know, teach it, and it shouldn't be hard to grasp, you know. I mean, but I understand there's people that didn't grow up the same way, they wasn't raised the same way, but you were a kid before, you know? I feel like a lot of people that was a kid, they lost their kid, they lost their child in them, I feel. And every child feels love, they're just full of happiness, and everything is just simple. As you get older, like if you don't experience that love or whatever, I mean, I know it hardens your core, but you're not a baby anymore. And you're like 30, 40, 25. 25 I could give because they're growing into themselves, you know? But whatever, you're a grown person. You need to get up and get out. Like, wake up, wake up, wake up. Come back to life, come back to life. It's not that serious. You're breathing, you got food on the table, you got a house on your head, you got the basic needs. And that's it. But what people get mad at because they're greedy, because they can't have everything. But you're not meant to have everything, and that's what puts people in a place of like hate. Like they can't get what they want. But you're not supposed to get what you want. That's a test of life, and that shows what type of person that you are. And if you're like that, you need to change up, switch up. You know, mom and dad is not going to be there to baby you no more. You're a grown person. Wake up and smell the coffee. It's a hard battle, but we rise to get through. That's why we're still alive. Each day we're alive, we have a chance to change. You feel me? So if you don't change, that's all on you. You can't blame nobody but yourself. Nobody. Because you make your moves. Nobody told you to do what you did. Your situation's all up in your head. We all make choices. Some may be wrong, some may be not, but you gotta deal with it. So, come back Earth and put a smile on your face.
Hey, well, hi Cameron and Ryder and all of you out there. Thank you for sending in your videos and keeping music alive. So here we are, September. We are 6 months since Helsinki closed. As you know, theaters cannot open until this is pretty much over. And your music means the world to us. Thank you. The great work being done around Columbia County is to be applauded. Randall Martin was on the street with the Columbia Recovery Kitchen. Here's the story. If you want to volunteer, send in some money to perhaps help them continue, because this is going to Recovery Kitchen. Thank you, Randall Martin. See you next week. Bye, everybody. Peace.
Hi, I'm Carol Clark from the Columbia County Recovery Kitchen, and I'd like to take a few minutes to tell you what we are doing here. We started in April, and our program started with 300 meals a week. In June, we exceeded 950, and we have increased our days from 3 to 4 days. It's a tremendous program with wonderful people who are helping, sharing the vision, and helping the people out in the community. As I developed my vision, I got the whole community to pitch in. I got the churches to offer fiscal sponsorship and a wonderful kitchen. And then I found Jamie Perry, who is the chef at the Spoon Restaurant. He shared my vision, and I knew that he was an extraordinary chef, capable of running a busy kitchen, and also could attract other chefs to help.
My name is Jamie Perry. I'm the chef of Columbia County Recovery Kitchen. We love the farmers. We love the people that we're cooking for. And so it's basically just transfer of love from one place to another.
Because our project, we have about 100 people on this project, are volunteers. Then we needed the recipients of our meals, and Pam Klein, a friend who has an extraordinary network in the county, reached out to her friends and essentially got all of our needs met. So with Jamie and his friends, especially John Carr, who partnered with him, we got the kitchen going, and Pam found for us through the Department of Social Services recipients for the meals, and she also reached out to the schools, social workers, and teachers who knew all the families in need, and we got a tremendous list, and a tremendous list of volunteers who are willing to drive the meals all over the county, 25 towns, and the city of Hudson.
My name is Rose Caldwell, and I'm delivering for the Greenport area, and I'm more than happy to do it.
My name's Becky. I'm a volunteer driver, and I do this because I have the time now because I'm not working, and I want to help the community in any way I can. On Wednesdays, I deliver 24 meals to 6 families in Philmont.
I know that there are lots of people that are really thankful that they are getting a hot meal every day. We've had several comments on things on Facebook when we post things about the meal, and actually one woman wrote a very long message on Facebook about how profoundly thankful she was and how delicious she thought the meals were, and she just couldn't believe the generosity of the people here in Columbia County.
Even though we get much food donated from local farms and food distributors, we still have to purchase food. That is our only cost. And so if you would like to help enable us to continue through the pandemic and beyond the pandemic, please see our website, Columbia County Recovery, and you'll be able to give help. I love it and its people, and I hope you do too. So please join us to enable us to continue our work through the pandemic and beyond.
All right, that was our pandemic journal segment. So coming up next, we have a gentleman, Richard Kreuzinger, Native American sacred flute music. He coming to us from Turtle Island, and he has his favorite quote on here by Chief Joseph of the Nez Perce, which I'm going to read. Tribe follows tribe and nation follows nation like the waves of the sea. It is the order of nature, and regret is useless. Even the man who walks and talks with his God as friend with friend cannot escape our common destiny. We may be brothers after all. We will see. Chief Joseph of the Nez Perce. This is coming to us from Richard Kreuzinger, everybody.
Nice. And then after that, we have Joe Rotowski. He will be performing a song by Karel Husa, a Czechoslovakian composer, and it's called A Mountain Bird. And Joe will be playing the clarinet. And there's a long story about Karel Husa, born in Prague in 1921. He immigrated to the U.S. When Czechoslovakia was invaded, and Joe discovered his music and has been performing it for many years, and actually had the honor of meeting the composer. And so we're so happy to hear this song.
Toyinskini, Spirit Songs.
All right, thank you, Joe Rotowski and Richard Krutzinger.
Yeah, it's nice to have so many different instruments on this open mic. That's a real treat. Keep it
Indeed.
coming.
You got any new chats there, Ryder?
Oh, let me see here.
Yeah, we were just
They-
talking on the fact we got brass, reed, air. I mean, wind instruments, brass instruments, and reed instruments tonight. Sorry.
Exactly. And we have Joe Rotowski enjoying the wind music with the, oh, he says wise programming of Native American wind music with the modern clarinet Czech folk song. Yes, that is a good pairing, definitely. And we keep hearing from Nia. Good to hear from you.
Hello, Nia.
And let's see, Dash again. He's enjoying the great vibes. So thanks to everybody who's chatting with us.
Yeah. All right, coming up next, John Piazza. So if I'm not mistaken, I put this young man on the stage one of his first times. It was one of many shows that we produced in Marin County, which is just over the Golden Gate Bridge from San Francisco, back in the old days. John and my son Jeffrey, very tight, called the Sausalito Cruising Club Hubbub. And we had posters that said, "What's all the hubbub, bub?" And I don't know where we came up with that whole thing or what it was about in retrospect, but it was a lot of fun. And it was the gig was a party on a boat, a houseboat out in the bay there in Sausalito. So it was the Cruising Club Hubbub. And I was playing with the great John Bird. God bless John. He's gone now. John replaced the great John Cipollina, who was the founder and lead guitarist for Quicksilver Messenger Service, which is a legendary band from Northern California. Anyway, John Bird was the second, after John Cipollina passed away, John Bird took over as lead guitar for Quicksilver. And we had a band, I think we were calling ourselves Garage à Trois, I believe was the name of that particular project. We had many projects. That was Garage à Trois, that's right. And it was a great band, man. John Bird was a monster lead guitarist, and I had my Hammond organ all set up, and we had Dwayne Van Diemen from the Tasmanian Devils on bass. And anyway, my son and John Piazza showed up, and I'm thinking they were, I don't know, John, you'll tell me, 12, 13, maybe something like that. And I sort of tossed John Piazza up on the keyboard and said, "Go!" And he had a blast. And that was I think that was his first live in Los Angeles. And then from the Hunter, New York area, her name is Vera Kemper. And she has a band, I believe it's Trombonita, I believe was playing a lot in New York before the shutdown. Anyway, it's got a certain European flair to it, I would say. And so without any further ado, from LA, John Piazza, from Hunter, New York, Vera Kemper.
This morning I woke up in a curfew. Oh God, I was a prisoner too. Could not recognize the faces standing over me. They were all dressed in uniforms of brutality. Yeah, how many rivers do we have to cross now before we can talk to the boss? Yeah, all we've got, it seems we have lost now. We must have really paid the cost. That's why we're gonna be burning and diluting tonight. Burning and diluting tonight. Burning and diluting tonight. Burning and diluting tonight. Give me the food and let me grow now. Let the roots man take the blow. All them drugs gonna make you slow now. It's not the music of the ghetto. We're burning and diluting tonight. Burning and diluting tonight. Burning and diluting tonight. Burning and diluting tonight.
Ich sah dich vorbeigehen, junger Mann mit roten Hosen, und ich sagte zärtlich, junger Mann mit roten Rosen, geh nicht in ein anderes Haus, schenk doch mir aus, denn ich bin ja so allein. Und dann kamst du zu mir, junger Mann mit roten Rosen, und ich sagte zärtlich, junger Mann mit roten Rosen, schön, dass du gekommen bist und dass du mich zärtlich küsst, denn wenn einmal meine Träume in Erfüllung gehen, dann wird es, das weiß ich, noch einmal so schön, denn dann bleibst du bei mir, junger Mann mit roten Rosen, und bleibst ewig treu mir, junger Mann mit roten Rosen. Darauf freu ich mich so sehr, wenn es doch schon Wahrheit wär, dann bin ich nie mehr allein. Wenn einmal meine Träume in Erfüllung gehen, dann wird es, das weiß ich, noch einmal so schön, denn dann bleibst du bei mir, junger Mann mit roten Rosen, und bleibst ewig treu mir, junger Mann mit roten Rosen. Darauf freu ich mich so sehr, wenn es doch schon Wahrheit wär, dann bin ich nie mehr allein. Junger Mann mit roten Rosen, junger Mann mit roten Rosen.
Holy moly, that's something you don't hear every day. Vera Kemper coming
Yes,
to us
thank you, Vera.
from Hunter, New York, and with the Red Roses and the trombones. And also John Piazza. Thank you so much. Great to see you, man. And that song sounded great coming to us from California, I believe. From California for sure, LA, I believe. All right, what's next, Ryder?
We have some spoken word by Mr. Tezazomic. We haven't heard from him in a few weeks, so this is a nice treat. He has a poetry piece that contrasts social movements against the latest discoveries in physics. Whoa.
Boy, howdy.
And he's from Los Angeles. He's a Chicano poet and a 2009 Oscar-nominated activist, and he's been published in several presses. So you might want to look him up if you enjoy this spoken word piece.
Yes, I've listened to this piece of Tesso so much, and it's increased my vocabulary. It's really quite something. It's a political a manifesto dissertation spoken word piece, if you will.
Ballistic resonance. I'm no prophet. My job is making windows where there were once walls. Michel Foucault. Resonance is the phenomena of an increased amplitude for a periodic disturbance on a metastable system, particularly if that disturbance is around the system's natural frequency/sensitivity. If we keep asserting that periodic force at the resonant frequency, the system will oscillate at a higher and higher change than if that same force is applied at a non-resonant point. As such, Resonance occurs when a system is able to store and easily transfer energy between two or more different storage modes, such as kinetic energy and potential energy. The metastability of the system is determined by its ability to absorb kinetic energy and convert it to mechanical heat, sometimes called dampening. These systems have always been impeded by the Fermi-Pasta Ulam-Sengao paradox, plainly stated that without externally inflicted kinetic energy, the perturbations over a long period of time will eventually be thermically absorbed by the system, sometimes called entropic noise. You see, this kinetic energy launched into an ergodic space appears at first as a body without organs, a structure or a zone without imposed organization that can be sentient or inanimate. In the raw, it appears as a product of social alienation, a destabilized, a surface on which repressed and uncontrollable desires flow without organization, but with consistency. With 324,000 African Americans killed in the US in the last 35 years, our diglossic, schizophrenic world collapses, not into nonsense, but into the bodies that produce and create new worlds. Our new ergodic, collective, schizophrenic body, an organism without parts which operates entirely by insufflation, respiration, evaporation, and fluid transmission from ballistic kinetic energy. This new schizophrenic body without organs howls, speaks a language without articulation, is more primal and dynamically communicative than the normative dominant regimes of signification. This new deterritorialized socials is undifferentiated, non-hierarchical, deeper than the world of appearance. It is a proto-world, an anthropological machine of the wilderness where the decoded flows run free, the end of the world, the apocalypse, the eternally renewal product of alienation from the kinetic energies being asked to absorb and embody that's thermic and tropic dissipation. This apocalyptic refusal of not one more bullet of kinetic energy, not one more knee of kinetic energy, not one more Bakken baton of kinetic energy, not one more chokehold of kinetic energy, not one more word of alienating kinetic energy. The omniscient refusal of crisscross axes, thresholds, gradients, latitudes, longitudes, and geodesic lines. This refusal body transverses gradients marking the transition of new becomings, the destination of the subject developing along ballistic resonant vectors. Your new body without organs that refuses to store kinetic energy into potential energy, the panoptic body that processes heat, equilibration that lead to mechanical vibrations that resonates across orthogonal, symmetrical, crystalline social meshes with self-amplifying amplitudes that grow instantaneously. This behavior of nanosystems leads to new physical effects, such as ballistic resonance. This effect is called ballistic resonance, and as such, it eliminates the Fermi-Pasta Ulam-Sengao paradox and our endothermic apathy. Black Lives Matter.
Tessa Somak, how do you really feel? Holy mackerel. That was something. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, and keep them coming. All right. How's Dandy doing? She's looking dandy.
She is, and we have Persephone, Queen of the Underworld,
Queen of the Underworld.
in the house.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, like I said, my little guy Shadow, although he's gaining like a pound a day. He's up over 40 pounds now.
What are you feeding him?
I'm feeding him high test puppy food. Definitely high test puppy food, and it seems to be doing the trick.
I guess so.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are winding up this this show for tonight, and thank you for joining us. And please tell your friends about it, and please submit material at clubhelsinki.live. If you scroll down on the page, you'll see a submit button, and you paste in your link and tell us what you got and who you are, and send it to us, and we will do our best to play it for you. And thank you to everyone who submitted and everyone who watched, and we'll see you next week. I'll see you soon, I hope, Ryder.
Yes.
Over there, so I'm coming to you from Columbia County, and Ryder's over the bridge and through the woods in Greene County, on the other side of the Great Hudson River. So
I'm in the Catlands.
she is, in more ways than one. All right. Good night, everybody. See you next week.